of African descent through reparations. As the AU champion for this critical cause, I'm deeply committed to working with you all to achieve this vital objective. For too long, the legacy of slavery, colonialism, and neocolonialism has cast a long shadow on the lives and progress of Africans and people of African descent. These historical injustices have left deep scars. Reparations are not merely about financial compensation, they're about acknowledging the profound and enduring damage inflicted upon our people. They're about confronting the uncomfortable truths of our past and taking concrete steps to rectify these wrongs. We seek justice, justice that encompasses a comprehensive range of measures, including official and unequivocal apologies from the nations and institutions responsible for perpetrating these historical injustices.
So sometimes when you see posts like this, when you see our leaders giving this kind of speech, you will think that, oh, now Africa is waking up. Oh, now we are heading towards liberation. Now we are about to gain our own freedom. But trust me, our African leaders has now turned to social media celebrities. Yes, they are now social media celebrities that will come on camera, say something, and in real life, they are practicing another thing. Yes, that's what our African leaders has turned into. And why did I say this? Now, this very day that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was talking about this kind of like liberation, the justice for Africa, they should have full control of whatever they have, and they should what? Also develop on their own. Look at what the news said here. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has announced a new bilateral partnership that will allow Ghanaian teachers and nurses to work in Jamaica. So, you know, when this government came to power, they announced this program that they call it Work Abroad Program, where they are planning to export Ghanaian youths into different countries like Germany, like South Korea, Romania to work. And before they were saying like skilled workers and all that, but now they have turned it into like nurses and teachers, like degree holders. Now, Mr. President, Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, like me, I keep saying, I will keep saying this until I see results on that. You just sat down asking justice for Africa. You are asking for Africans like should wake up and take full control of their own resources. Now, me, I want you to understand something, that this was not how Germans and other countries build their own country by exporting their own youth into different countries to work that may help them to build their own country, which now gave you opportunity for you to even export your own youth too. You understand? They build their country different ways. Now you are crying that they are exporting, like they are taking over your resources. And let me tell you something. Now they are not only taking over your resources, but they are taking over yourself too. They are taking over your youth. They are taking over your technology too. Because if you keep on exporting your youth outside to work for other countries, to pay tax in other countries, to develop other countries, now it's not only your resources that they are exporting. You understand? You understand? They are exploiting also your youth and your technology as well. You cannot have justice. You cannot have control of your own resources with this kind of behavior. It will never happen, Mr. President. You people need to do something about this thing that you call Work Abroad Program. I don't see it making any sense. You should be more focused on building your country for your own people. Now, a Minister of Foreign Affairs, your real job is to focus on how to keep your people home. It's your main concern should be, why are my youths leaving my own country to different countries? and not you signing contracts with different countries to export your own youth to them. Honestly, I don't even know where Africa is getting to now. I don't know. You are crying over your resources, that people are exploiting your resources. And now you also are signing contract. You call it legal agreement and all that, bilateral partnership and all that. But to me, this is just something like you selling your own country to different countries. And to tell you the truth, I can bet anybody that is going to go through this program on working abroad program and all that, that it will never be free. There's nothing free in Ghana. Because this particular program is to help this Minister of Foreign Affairs make money. Wherever they are taking this youth to, this youth will have an amount of money that they will have to pay before they have access to this kind of countries they are taking them to. And also, any kind of payment that these people are going to receive outside the country, this Minister of Foreign Affairs will still have his own shares. So it's not even benefiting the youth, it's going to benefit the government officials. And like I said, this is not what you people should be thinking of. Your real concern is to be, how do we keep our youth in our own country, to work in the country, pay tax in the country, develop our own country, than you trying to sign contract with different countries, exporting your own youth. You cannot have control of your resources with this kind of behavior. So you want to have the control of the resources and use the resources. What are you going to do with the resources if you are not going to use them to create jobs and keep your people at home? You want to have the control of the resources, and then you still continue to beg other countries to give your people job, to give your youth job, to come there. And I think these people learned this from this so-called Kenya President William Ruto, where he signed an agreement with Cuba. Imagine signing an agreement with Cuba, exporting Kenyans from Kenya to Cuba to work. And this particular president was taking almost half of their salary. The president that is supposed to build country for people, the president that is supposed to secure future for the youth, is now signing a contract that they will go and work. Then this man will have half of their salary. Mr. President, remember, the only time you can have your dignity is when you don't need help from anyone. The only time you can have your freedom and talk as a man is the only time that you don't have to beg for food. You don't have to beg anyone for his favor. Yes, if you build your country, if you make your country a better place for your youth, up to a point that these people will respect you and know that your people have job in their countries. They are not showing your people anything. They cannot even talk anyhow they want to your people. That's the time you gain your dignity. That's the time you're going to have control of your resources. But trust me, for as long as you keep exporting your youth to these people to work, for as long as you kept on going to them to beg for money to develop your country, while you have all these resources, you will never have justice. Ask yourself, you will never have justice, Mr. President. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Minister of Foreign Affairs, you people should do something about this, your work abroad program. To the best of my knowledge, Jamaica is not even doing well than Ghana. So why are you sending teachers and nurses to Jamaica to work? What are they going there to do? Mokuna just they watch television.